So before we get to visualizing Section 4 of the Constitution, a part of me didn't want to do this particular part, but I think I'm going to. So let's start with reading Section 4 of the Constitution, which is the national anthem. The national anthem of the Republic is determined by the President by proclamation. So let me give you a brief history before visualizing Section 4 of the Constitution, right? Um, Let me do this before I go into that. So I'm going to give you a brief history. So what this particular section means, this is a sentence, this sentence, or rather, gives the President the constitutional power to officially declare what South Africa's national anthem is. But the real story is what happened when this power was used. The significance, one, recognition and sound. The President Nelson Mandela used this power in 1997 to create something the world had never seen, a national anthem that merges the song of the oppressor with the song of the liberated. Die Stem van Suid-Afrika, the old apartheid anthem, and Nkosi Sikelel, the liberation struggle hymn, were woven into one. It was a deliberate act of national building, saying, we don't erase the past, we transform it together. 5 languages in one voice. The anthem is the only one in the world that uses 5 official languages: isiXhosa, isiZulu, Sesotho, Afrikaans, English, and the only national anthem that changes musical key mid-song, literally shifting from a prayer in isiXhosa to a call to unity in Afrikaans and English. It is a musical metaphor for South Africa itself. Constitutional protection. By placing the anthem in the Constitution, it cannot be changed on a whim. It sits alongside the flag and the founding values as protected symbol of the Republic. The President determines it, but the Constitution protects its status. It belongs to everyone. Before 1997, black South Africans sang Nkosi Sikelel in defiance, while white South Africans sang Die Stem at rugby matches. After 1997, both groups had to learn to sing each other's songs. The Constitution made the transition a legal and moral imperative. I love this so much, man. Before breaking down the Constitution and what it means, I honestly had no idea that the national anthem was a blend of 2 songs, and one was used as defiance, and one was. I genuinely, to be honest, as I was preparing for this for Section 4, that's when I learned that our national anthem, part of it was for blacks and part of it was for white people. And then Nelson Mandela basically joined them together. That's not only powerful, but it was really smart because, as you will hear as I'm going to elaborate on these images that you're going to see, he essentially forced the whole entire country to learn, at the very least, a small portion of each other's languages. Even if you don't know what they mean, you have to know that they form part of the national anthem. So whether you like it or not, you are going to hear that part. So shout out, man. That was honestly incredible. So let's get to the first image. This visualizes the unique act of reconciliation. 2 opposing songs from South Africa's divided past fused into one by constitutional proclamation. Let's go to the next image. The next image, the anthem doesn't just use multiple languages. It demands that South Africans literally learn to sing each other's tongues. The Constitution made that possible, which is honestly powerful. Let's go to the next image. This the anthem's key change from prayer to triumph is the only one of its kind in the world. It mirrors South Africa's journey from oppression to constitutional democracy. And this is the last image. This is the moment the section 4 of the Constitution came alive. One sentence in the Constitution gave Mandela the power to declare what would become the most symbolic, important song in the nation's history. Oh my goodness. I honestly, I studied law, right? But I'm learning so much with breaking down the Constitution. Initially, it was a way for me to spread and share information. Obviously, have regular content, but it's becoming also a lesson for me. You know, because obviously, even if you study law, the law is so broad that you will never be able to cover everything. So, doing this is so special for me because it helps me appreciate the Constitution and the structures that form part of what is South Africa today. So, yeah, it's making me a lot more patriotic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though I'm creating this particular series of visualizing the Constitution, I'm learning so much, and I also appreciate what I'm doing. I'm so proud, man. Proudly South African. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.